Right now, Keir Starmer is sitting in number 10, scrambling to understand how everything has unraveled so quickly. Just hours ago, the Supreme Court dealt a stunning blow by launching direct legal action against his government, a move unprecedented in modern British politics. The tipping point? His £5 billion welfare cuts targeting disabled people. While Starmer has been jetting around discussing Ukraine's ceasefire, his own government has been blindsided by a legal challenge that could end his premiership before it even gains momentum. If you've been watching our content but haven't subscribed yet, you're not alone. Over 98% of our viewers haven't subscribed. If you want to stay updated with the latest news in a clear and simple way, now's the perfect time to subscribe. By subscribing, you'll be among the first to know about all the new updates. I have exclusive details on why the Supreme Court has finally said, enough is enough. Have you noticed how Starmer keeps using the word devastating when discussing the welfare system? It's a cruel irony coming from a prime minister pushing through cuts that will devastate over 1 million disabled Britons. The truth is, Starmer's government is aggressively forcing through Parliament a ruthless £5 billion reduction in welfare benefits. These cuts will directly impact the most vulnerable people, those already struggling to survive. Personal independence payments, PIP, a crucial lifeline for disabled individuals, are squarely in the crosshairs. And yet, Starmer has the audacity to call the current benefit system an affront to British values. What values exactly? Neglecting the most vulnerable. Stripping essential support from those facing unimaginable daily struggles. How does making life even harder for disabled citizens align with the founding principles of the Labour Party? These cuts have real human consequences, lives shattered, futures ruined. And now, with the Supreme Court stepping in, Starmer's leadership faces its biggest crisis yet. Could this be the beginning of the end for him? As we speak, Keir Starmer sits in number 10, watching his premiership unravel in real time. Just hours ago, the Supreme Court took the unprecedented step of launching direct legal action against his government. No modern British Prime Minister has faced such a challenge. The final straw. His ruthless £5 billion cuts to welfare benefits, targeting disabled Britons. While Starmer travels the world discussing Ukraine's ceasefire, his own government is being held to account for policies that could destroy lives. And I have the exclusive details on why the Supreme Court has finally said, enough is enough. Let's talk about the people Starmer is betraying. Take Sarah in Manchester, who relies on personal independence payments, PIP, to afford specialized equipment for her multiple sclerosis, or James in Cardiff, whose benefits help cover the additional heating costs caused by his chronic illness. These aren't people abusing the system. They are our neighbors, our friends, our family, people who depend on this support to survive. A staggering 1 million people could lose their benefits entirely, according to the Resolution Foundation. This is a humanitarian crisis unfolding right here in Britain, led by a Labour government that once promised to protect the most vulnerable. Meanwhile, Starmer enjoys a £167,000 Prime Minister's salary, plus all the perks of power. He isn't worried about heating his home this winter or affording a decent meal. Yet he has the audacity to take money from people barely surviving on less than £10,000 a year. The contrast is stark. The hypocrisy is shameful. Let's be clear, these cuts are not about balancing the books. They are about priorities. The same government spending billions on foreign policy initiatives now claims it can't afford to support disabled citizens. The money exists, Starmer has simply decided they don't deserve it. The impact is devastating. In places like Ashfield, Nottinghamshire, nearly a third of working-age residents can't work due to long-term health conditions. These communities, already battered by economic decline, now face even deeper hardship. Starmer's response. Take even more from people who have already lost so much. During his election campaign, Starmer promised to protect the vulnerable. He assured voters he understood their struggles. Now, the truth is clear, his Labour Party no longer stands for social justice. And with the Supreme Court stepping in, his leadership may not survive this scandal. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to support us by liking and subscribing. See you soon.